Hi, welcome back to Wall Street Confidential. I'm Deborah Borchardt, and I am talking with Jim Cramer, and we're looking at steel, and we're hearing some maybe positive things coming out of China.
Yeah, well, I mean, steel, if we just speak about letter X for a second,
Okay.
US Steel, downgraded by Goldman, conviction sell. The guy recommended selling it last week at 28, it's now spiked to 33, 34. I just put that out there because it's a very good test of a stock if it can override a major firm's
Downgrade.
And I'm not saying, well,
Right.
Goldman doesn't know what it's doing. Goldman's, a good firm. U.S. Steel is oil country tube. Okay, it's literally the big mix and the mix shift that U.S. Steel has done over the years is to build steel for piping, and steel, they also have just essential rebar commodity steel.
Right.
These are the two things that China needs for infrastructure. That doesn't mean necessarily they'll buy ours, but it means that China will suck up the world's oil country
Surplus.
tubing and rebar, which would then let letter X be able to have pricing here. And, letter X's production dropped 50% in the last 4 months, so that's a huge decline.
And if we
so
do
it's
some
right here.
infrastructure building here in America, I mean, we're going to.
Yeah, that would be gravy. I don't
That would be-
foresee
okay.
it. I don't foresee it and don't want to buy on that. Matter of fact, the thing that worries me the most is that when the smoke clears on stimulus by Thursday, Friday, we'll realize that once again that there isn't much for X, and then you'll
Yeah.
get the chance to buy it again.
Okay.
But letter X was at 196. It went to 21.22. It's really only at 33. It's bounced much less, and it's a great way to play China. A derivative way, because I don't foresee letter X's actual steel ending up in China. It could happen. Letter X has a big European component.
Right.
But I do believe that the stock is signaling a solid yield, good growth, more than the street does. And if you get inventories to wind down, which is a China issue, and you see that because nickel prices spiked and nickel's used for stainless,
Right.
then I think you're in a situation where letter X could go up 15 points without a problem, like Nucor did. Nucor went up 15 points.
Isn't it kind of a little late at this point to downgrade these names? Because it
Well, I mean,
seems
that's
like
my take. But remember, if your thesis is that the economy's not going to recover, then owning a steel company is a bad idea because the
Okay.
estimates will be too high.
because the recovery is so far away
Right.
that.
And, and the traditional model of brokerage research is, are the numbers too high? If the numbers are too high, they want to tell you to sell it because that's historically what you don't get a bottom until the estimates are cut so low that a company can beat it.
Yeah.
I think that letter X in particular was overcompensated. It was very much owned by a couple of hedge funds, including Jeffrey Gendel's Tontine and a bunch of others that were imitators. And there was tremendous liquidation of the steel stocks at the same time that there was destocking of the oil inventory, of the steel inventories, which creates a situation where both the hedge funds are done selling and the orders might be coming in. So you could have a stock that could fly very quickly and doesn't go down a lot.
Is there a range, a good, jumping in range for X?
Well, I'd like to see. I mean, one of the things that that X has is that on a weekday it really gets hammered. So there's no reason ever to pay up for X.
Right.
But you may end up paying 34 if the stock goes to 36.
Okay.
So I would use a strategy of buying some X right here. I
right.
think that's right.